What is going on, guys? Today we're going to be talking about basically how to make money with a Ferrari. This is probably going to be a little bit shocking, but it really does work. So the thing about Ferrari that I want to break down first off is not everyone can get one, right? Here's basically the current lineup they have, right? The 812 Superfast, which is the one we are going to be talking about today. Then you also have the 812 GTS. But the process of getting a Ferrari, you can't, even if you have the cash, you can't go into a dealership to get it. Now, it gets even harder when you try financing, and it keeps getting harder the more things you try to do. First thing that they do is, first of all, they hate it if you're pretty young, right? So, someone my age, I'm not really looked up to, like, oh, look, they're not like, I don't care if you got the money. No, right? So that's the first thing. So that's the first obstacle you're gonna have to overcome, right? Obviously, there are some things with credit cards. Obviously, I'm not trying to sound like a douchebag, but there are certain credit cards you can flash, or certain things you can be let known, and then they will, no matter what, be like, my bad, right? But yeah, so basically, first thing in order to get a new Ferrari is you have to get a used Ferrari. Now, there are people with cash that can buy the new Ferraris, but they can't because they haven't gotten a used one yet. And they usually refuse to do so because they're like, well, I want the 812 GTS. Why would it get a used 812 Superfast if I want this? Or I want the SF90 Stradale. Why would I spend money on a 458 or 488 if I can get this one right now, right? Um, But yeah, so that's kind of how it is. And then the next thing about that is basically okay. So you have someone that has the cash, but they're not going to waste it on that, right? Now here's the thing: if you can go through this process, right, it's actually it's easier. It's easier than it sounds, right? So all you do is you go and buy a used Ferrari. You guys can go on Car Durkers. My go-to, right? It used to be the 458, not anymore since prices have skyrocketed. The California T, super cheap for our comparison, right? I'm not trying to sound like a douchebag. It's around $180,000, right? It's very cheap for a Ferrari. I'm not going to lie. It's also not the greatest Ferrari. I'm also not going to lie on that either. Um, but yeah. So after that, basically, right, you get the used Ferrari, right? You can legit sell it right away. It really doesn't matter how long the ownership was. And then guess what? Right now you can buy a new Ferrari. So we're going to be using the 812 Superfast. So basically the starting price on this is 335. It really doesn't go too high. It can go around up to around 380. Um, so yeah, right. That's the 2020, by the way. So here we go, right? 2018, 340 already. 2020, 400, right? So even if we did a super high option of 380,000 and everything, again, guys, we don't pay taxes, right? We found the loophole, Montana. No, we have a company that we don't pay tax, or on cars at least. So right, 400,000. So right now we'd literally be looking at $15,000 profit, um, just because we went through that process. Now you're wondering, okay, where the hell do I get 400,000 or $380,000 from, right? Here's the thing. Usually, Ferrari dealerships, and you guys can go into your local Ferrari dealership. There's one here in Dallas. You guys can literally walk in, right? They have people walk in all the time that want to buy a new Ferrari, and they have to be told, "We're sorry, we cannot let you." So they take down their information. Um, and then guess what? All you do is you go in, you talk to your dealer, right? You probably bought a couple of Ferraris. Again, I'm not trying to sound like a douchebag, but this is just how it goes. And then all you do, right? Super simple. If you guys know stuff about credit cards, I've taught it. But basically, there are cards you don't have a spending limit. You really don't. And so these are two of the cards where I don't. Um, so what that means is I can charge the entire Ferrari onto the card, which buys me 30 days. Within that 30 days, the dealer has already found me a client. He's already sold the car, so the dealer makes a crap ton of money because now I just bought two new Ferraris, one for myself and one for the other person, right? Obviously. And then guess what? Um, I pay it off, I get the credit card points. And if we want to do that calculation, right? Um, you can basically do 380,000 times 0.015, 1.5%, right? So that's another 5,700. So basically we're making $25,000 profit on this deal, if not even more, right? Because here this goes up to 410, right? You can keep going, right? 420. So on average, you make around, I would realistically say, $30,000 to $60,000 profit if you were to do this method. Now again, it's a pain. First off, you got to have really excellent credit. You got to get one of those cards, right, where you can charge the entire car onto it. You got to get in good standing with your dealer, as well as you're going to have to go through the process of buying a used one, right, or even a couple, and then going into the new market. But that right there is how you guys make $50,000 with the Ferrari. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will actually be filming the next one completely how I do it, step by step, in order so I can show you guys even better. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow with another video. Peace out, guys.